Welcome to another edition of the Box Seat. I'm Larry Foley from Singapore, the new paper, and I'm with Adam McGrath. Good morning again, Adam.
Yeah, good morning, and hopefully again we can find some more winners. Bit of rain still around Perth. We can't seem to shrug it at the moment.
Yeah, it's been funny weather, but and it's going to be damp underfoot, but we'll see how it goes over the next couple of days. Again, if you want a weather update, check www.perthracing.com.au or follow us on Twitter. But there's 8 races on Saturday. I think Singapore's just taking missing race 1, so 7 for Singapore. 8 races, starts at 12:20. The rail's out 3 metres, not far, and there's no cutaway. Race 1, we'll have a look at race 1. It's the Westmead Nursery for 2-year-olds. It's getting to the last races for the 2-year-olds. They turn 3 pretty soon. It's at 12:20, and we're going to have a look at a video of Kapanda, who won last start.
Pulsary's hard at it, down on the rail. Further back then to Ginormous and Boulder Doosra. Kapanda's the leader, 300 to go from Star God. Here comes the High Road, though, with the runner. It's the High Road tackling Kapanda at the 200 metre mark. Kapanda, the High Road. Priceless Rock a length and a half away with Wobby Gong, Star God. Kapanda fights. The High Road, the outside keeps coming. The High Road, Kapanda with grit, gets the head back in front.
Larry, Kapanda was very impressive in that race that we just saw. Then obviously jumping from a wideish barrier, couldn't get across, had to work quite hard, and Patrick Carberry was probably forced to go a lot harder than they would have liked on the galloper. Managed to get across eventually, settled down a little bit, and then had the battle down the straight, and looked as though a few times it might just be done, but just continue to fight to the line from barrier 1. Should be a very different story this start. I think the guts that this horse showed will be ready to step up to the 1400, should get out nice with that early speed that we saw from that replay, and I think Kapanda is going to be very, very hard to beat in the first. I've got it well and truly on top. From number 8, Cochita, the blinkers go on. It was also in that race. It finished 4.5 lengths behind Kapanda, but I think, yeah, as I said, with the blinkers on, second up in this campaign, we'll see a big improvement from number 8, Cochita. Number 9, Rodeo Drive, was only 1.5 lengths behind Castle Retreat. We saw that form again on Wednesday. We both tipped Hell Yeah in the first as one of our best bets of the day, and it got the job done easy there. So only 1.5 lengths off Castle Retreat, which beat Hell Yeah 2 starts ago there. So that's some pretty good form line. And then number 11, Unicorns Do Exist for Lou and Dion Luciani. Second up, I think we'll see a bit of improvement from this horse. There's a few other handy types. Number 2, Stable Secret, will go quite well as well, and Big Merc trialled well, but I do, 1400 first up's quite a big task. So I'm going to go with 1, 8, 9, 11 and Kapanda, one of the best of the day.
Yeah, I think you can't go past the one Kapanda at 1 over 1300 metres. The 1400 metres is a natural progression. David Harrison and Patrick Carberry, they're doing pretty well in these first races as well, which is interesting. And I think Paddy will have a big day. Now on Wednesday, just a matter of best bets. You mentioned Hell Yeah, that one. Gone Diggin' and Mad Brad, for people that have been following the Wednesday and Saturday form, those 2 horses have been going terrific. Lucy Warwick trained another winner, and Your Best Steel Almighty got up.
Yeah, it was a good day for punters, I think. As we said, yeah, Hell Yeah was one of the better ones of the day, as was Steel Almighty. Gone Diggin' we threw out last start as well, and Mad Brad. So the Singapore followers are starting to follow certain horses and certain jockeys and trainers. You mentioned Lucy Warwick. You just can keep following her at the moment. She is riding sensationally. So another good day Wednesday. Hopefully a profitable day for everybody who had a bet in Singapore.
And she won at odds, which is always good. Now, race 2 on the card, it's race 3 in Singapore. On the Singapore card, we take quite a few Australian races on the Saturday. The race field is the Westmead 3-year-old handicap. It's for 3-year-olds. It's just at 12.55. The likely favourite is Just Envy Her. Hop On and Hop Off. And we're going to have a look at the video of its last start win.
DeBell, Buster D as well, and last is Bonnie Zara by the 300, and Hop On, Hop Off and Vital Detail are together, but Hop On, Hop Off now gains the upper hand. 2 lengths away then is Mad Brad running on. The rider had to put the stick into the left hand when he wanted to lay in, but Hop On, Hop Off in front from Mad Brad, who's coming late now, but Hop On, Hop Off, too good again, and a strong win.
It's an interesting race, this one, Larry, and I think Just Envy Her is probably going to be favourite, but the reason why we've watched this trial is because of a horse we just mentioned before, Mad Brad, and the Singaporeans will now see the form for this. They've seen Mad Brad run and they know how well it can run, and Hop On, Hop Off proved too strong for that galloper last start. It did win, only had the 54 kilos. We'll run with 55.5 here with Natasha Faithful on board. Ross and Clint Price, they always time their races well. They're very strategic in the ones that they aim for. They believe that this horse is a Saturday class horse, and I think it's going to be very hard to beat from barrier 5. It'll show nice early speed. You'll get the fight down the straight. I think Just Envy Her will be the one that it'll be battling with another one of David Harrison's horses. You can see Chloe Azzopardi jumped on board, so I think they're a little bit worried about the 59.5. With her on board, it will race with 56.5, making it very hard to beat. And then I think the next 2 in line are going to be also right up there. Miss Santa Fe was very impressive, only 1.5 lengths behind Mad Brad, and Sulhon was 2 lengths behind Benito last start, which is some good form lines as well. So I think the top 4 horses are going to be the ones to beat. I'm going to go 2, 1, 3, 4 with Hop On, Hop Off on top.
Yes, Puntathon's having a little break this weekend. He'll fire his tips off Twitter at Puntathon, but we're going to go for number 2, hop on and hop off. The form, there's a lot of good form on this Saturday, a lot of last start winners. It's 1-3 on the trot, so I wouldn't be jumping off that train, so hop on and hop off for me. Race 3 on the card is the West Speed 3-year-old handicap. It's for 3-year-olds, obviously. 1,600 metres, minimum 54 kilograms. We're going to have a look at Crown Lawyer on its last start win.
Pulls to the outside from Terra Force. In the straight, Crown Lawyer the leader. Still Almighty gets up on the inside. Military Might. Sue J's getting into the clear. And right down the outside is Stag Knight. But the heavily backed Crown Lawyer's got away from them and is looking good. With 100 metres left to go, it's well clear. Great line-up for the Miners. Bonnie Zara, Sue J, now Terra Force coming through from Still Almighty, but Crown Lawyer wins.
As you can see from that run, Crown Lawyer in some really good form, has won its last 2, won 3 of its last 4, and you can see the early speed it was able to show from the gate, and then the way it just kicked at the top of the straight. It was never going to be caught down the home straight, and I think a lot of people will back Crown Lawyer here. Stepping up to 1,600, will be interesting to see how it runs out the distance. I'm going to take it on though, and I'm pretty confident with this one. Number 2, Midnight Shimmer, Lucy Warwick on board. So this gallop is only going to run with 53.5. Last start it ran with the 58 and was only 0.8 lengths off come flirt with me over the 1650. So it's got the distance behind it. We know it can run there. You go back 2 starts before that as well, over 1,600. A nose behind Tick Tip Bloom, which has been running very well. We obviously missed the Belmont Classic, but would have jumped favourite for that as well. So I think Midnight Shimmer with the form, and also now only have to carry 53.5. We might get some nice odds about this horse, and it'll be one of the better bets of the day. So for me, Midnight Shimmer from number 6, Bonnie Zara, who ran home very well last start for Adam Durant and Peter Nucky behind Crown Lawyer, finished 1.8 lengths behind Crown Lawyer. I think the step up in distance now again, Bonnie Zara will finish quite strong. Got Crown Lawyer rated 3rd. I just think this extra distance might just be too much, and the extra weight as well. And then Heart Show, a horse we've been seeing running on the Wednesdays, has really enjoyed the 1,600 metres, had no right to win last start, and managed to get out late and just bolt to the line. So we know that it ticks the boxes of running the 1,600, the 2 kilo claim. It'll only run with 52 and should be some nice odds there. So 2, 6, 1, 8 for me.
Yeah, it's a tough race. Winning form's good form, and there's plenty of winning form. Ram Jam's coming off 3 on a trot. Carney 2 on the trot, and Heart Show, as you mentioned, 1 on the Wednesday, 2 on the trot. But I'm going to stick with Crown Lawyer. I think it's good enough to carry the 60.5. It's got a good barrier, and I think that's important for this one. And so race 3, which is race 5 in Singapore, Crown Lawyer. Race 4 on the card. Race 7 from Singapore is the Tab Touch, Your Industry, Your TAB handicap. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Ratings of 72 plus. It's over the mile, minimum 54 kilograms. We're going to have a look at Trade Down, its last start win.
About 2 lengths away, Doubtable out wider. Beltane came off the inside. Full steam ahead, drove up behind him. And Downer Blue's putting in down the outside with Trade Down. Inside the 200 and Brother Patrick. Sprinting quickly has raced up and shot to the lead. Downer Blue and Trade Down and Full Steam ahead are coming through. Brother Patrick the leader. Trade Down knuckling down. Trade Down after Brother Patrick going home too well, and Trade Down beat Brother Patrick by neck.
Huge run there from Trade Down, as you can see. Ran the last 600 in 34.69. Looks well and truly out of it around the turn, and it's something that George Daly mentioned a few times, that the horse looks done around the turn a few times, and you can see that it gets applied the pressure, but it just responds so well. And the way it flashed home late, George Daly said in the interview after that he feels that it might be a carnival horse, and we can see some bigger races out of this. If that's the case, I want to stay on board. It has won its last 3 against good company, beating DeBang, then Gladstone, then Brother Patrick as well. So Trade Down for me just ticks all the boxes. As you said, winning form's good form sometimes, and I'm certainly going to stay with that number 6 as one of the better bets of the day. Going to then number 8, Traded Halo, which was 3.3 lengths behind Rusty Peach's last start. Peter Nucky on board from Barrier 1. I think stepping up to 1,600 metres is certainly going to suit Traded Halo. Number 2, Full Rain. It carries the 60.5, which is going to be interesting, but only a half head behind Tower of Londro last start, which is an impressive form line as well. And number 5, The Alleged, just going to throw out hopefully a bit of value here as well. Lucy Warwick on board. It'll only run with the 53.5. Has got a reason, well, it was placed once and second up, but wasn't too bad last start, first up when it was 3 lengths behind New Time. So for me, 6, 8, 2, 5, staying with Trade Down, the form galloper.
And I'm not throwing out much value with my tips, but Trade Down does look hard to beat. It's 1-3 on the trot. It looks like one of those days where there's a lot of good horses running, and winning form is very good form. So Trade Down, a very good day for Paddy Carberry.